everyone! Today I'm making potato and leek soup. This soup is very neutral. You can spice it up with whatever flavors that you would like and customize it entirely. Take this soup recipe and make it your own. Alright, let's start. Alright, well of course we need to start by cleaning our leeks. So cut off the root, and I personally like to remove this very first layer. You don't have to though, it's totally optional, but make sure you compost or save it for making your own veggie stock. Now of course we're going to cut this up. I'm chopping mine into little thin rings, trying to make them as consistently the same size as possible, but if you can't manage that, don't worry, we're gonna cook them down anyways. Next, to punch up that oniony flavor, I'm going to cut up one medium shallot and go ahead and add that to our little pile. Now, as I always say, measure the garlic with your heart and go ahead, give this a rough dice. And as you can see, I definitely took out any sort of anger I may have had on this garlic. Go ahead, chop it up. Again, add that to your pile. We're going to cook down all of these veggies together. Next, we need to cut up our potatoes. So for me, I'm going to cut them into as consistent little cubes as I possibly can. We want them to boil and cook down really easily, but also if you don't fully blend your soup, you've got some really good texture in there. Into a pan on medium heat with some oil, I am adding all of our leeks, shallots, and garlic. Go ahead, give that a cook down. Don't forget to season at every stage. I'm adding salt and pepper here, giving it a good mix, and we're just going to let that continue to cook a bit for a few more minutes. Once they have cooked down and are a little bit translucent, I'm just going to turn the pan off the heat, so turn the heat off. Put in a knob of butter, this is probably about a tablespoon and a bit, and we're just going to let the residual heat melt that butter down. Give it a good stir as well. Once you've chopped up all your potatoes and added them to a pot, go ahead and add in some veggie stock. We are going to boil the potatoes in the veggie stock. You want enough so that it can just cover the top of the potatoes. Give it a little wiggle if you need to make sure you have the right level. Add in a little bit more. Go ahead, boil these until they're fork tender. This is an example of fork tender. I'm barely holding the end of that fork, and the fork goes straight into the potatoes. Next, take it off the heat. Add in your leeks and onions into the pot directly. We do not want to strain any of that veggie stock out yet. Give it a mix, like so. And then we are going to add in 1 can of coconut milk. You can use full fat cream, I'm just not going to. Follow that up with a little bit more stock to cover the potatoes and some seasonings. As you can see here, I use salt, pepper, and garlic powder and thyme. Now I'm taking my immersion blender. As you can see, I'm going to stick it straight in the pot and blend it until it is nice and finely smooth, but you can do this in stages with a regular blender or a food processor. Now into a little bowl, I'm going to top with a little bit more pepper, some red pepper chili flakes because I like a little heat. Follow that up with some fresh dill, totally optional. If you don't have any on hand, that's fine. Just top it with some parsley or something, or even some green onions. Then a little bit of Parmesan cheese and our soup is ready. It is so thick, so warm, so delicious, and you are going to fall in love with it. These are very neutral flavors, so you can go ahead and pump up the flavors with whatever makes you happy.